Since we talked to Albert Pujols before the game, really impressed with the way the plate discipline has taken a tick up for him.
Just a different level when he's swinging at the right pitches.
Santana, Cruz, Perdomo, third to first, 1-1 is fouled back and out of play.
I'll tell you this, for a lot of hitters, when they're struggling, you can get kind of lost in the shuffle of mechanics and what's happening, but more than not, it comes down to what pitches you're swinging at.
1-2. And that's hit deep to left, and it's going to blow the roof right off. Grand slam, Tatis.
Happening right now.
Pitching change. The WBC. All of them. And that's a big one to make it 5-0.
All of them.
All of them. Just all of them. And their run output, this is through 2 games and an inning and 2/3, and they're getting close to the most that they've had. But again, it's the walks, right? But it's not the walks because the pitchers are erratic. It's that the pitchers have to be careful, and when they're careful, here's ball 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's guys on base. You still want to be careful, but you miss, and that's what happens.
You're essentially facing a team right now, a lineup that 1 through 9, they're your 3rd or 4th hole hitter in every team. Good luck.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
They score early. They score often.
And we knew they were going to score runs.
Sure.
Right? It was how they were going to do it. How they were going to manufacture them as well. So far this tournament, they've done that.
Zach Weiss takes over. Currently a free agent. Those are the numbers of AAA Memphis last year. Last 7 1/3 innings for the Dominican Republic. 15 walks and 10 runs scored.
Yeah.
So
that's a recipe right there.
Certainly is. And a reminder, just given the way pool play has shaken out to this point, a win by the Dominican Republic ensures that both the DR and Venezuela advance. To right field. Inning over. A handful on the board. 4 of them on one swing from Nando. The big shot, the grand slam. Prager knew it immediately. After 4 walks, brought home the first. 4 more come in on that one swing. 5-0 Dominican Republic. First pitch swinging for R.J. Schreck to Carlos Santana at first. And that, you would think, not that nerves were a problem before, but will help settle down Bayo going forward.
Yeah, young starting pitcher. Albert talked about that, making sure the adrenaline was controlled. But I mean, you give a pitcher like this a cushion early on, he can take advantage of it. Right there we saw it, first pitch swinging.
A little up and out of the zone there against Cole Carrick, shortstop for Team Israel. Of course, Bayo knows a thing or two about great atmospheres and big games. He's had some success against the Yankees as a Red Sox pitcher, 11 games. Bouncing ball toward the shortstop, Perdomo right behind the bag, 2 away. 5-4 with a 2.35 ERA and an OPS under 600 against the Yankees in the regular season.
And when he's on, he's getting those ground balls. So far, 2 ground balls in this inning. He's got a lot of movement in his fastball.
Brings up Garrett Stubbs. Check swing, tap foul.
And you know, when a hitter like this, who's been around in the big leagues for a long time, gets those check swing fouls like that, it tells you the movement he's having right now on his fastball. Where you want to go, you think it's inside on the hands, and it just comes right back to the plate.
Oh, 2 on Stubbs. 32 years old, his second World Baseball Classic. Last few years, the backup to JT Realmuto in Philadelphia. More time at AAA in 2025.
See how soft Ramirez was there. You know, the defense has and needs to improve from last year. Man, that was soft right there, the way he was able to block that.
Yeah, offense the calling card for the backstop, no doubt about it. A little room to grow defensively, but you got to figure just being around the great minds and the great coaches with the Dominican, even if it's just for a few weeks. That just ratchets up that learning curve.
For everybody in this tournament, it feels like the coaching staff has been tremendous.
And that's the thing. I mean, you don't know where all these players are going to go as the season goes along, right? But think of a Ronald Acuna Jr. back in 2023, that tournament, to springboard to an MVP.
Yeah.
2-2 to Stubbs. He went around. A 1-2-3 inning. A couple of strikeouts through 2 for Bayo. You could hear the crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, and the dugout explode. The grand slam for Fernando Tatis Jr. capping that 5-run second, and now the big bats back to work. 3, 4, and 5 for the Dominican Republic. Soto, Machado, Caminero. Soto to right center his first time. Harrison Bader, nice sliding catch on the track. Take away a hit, maybe extra bases from Soto.
Little baby cutter right there. Soto's wondering where that was at. This is where Soto gets dangerous. 2 strikes. Like just that foul ball right there. It's a good pitch down and away, 94 miles an hour, but it's just not sure if it's going to be a strike or a ball. So I'll just spoil the at bat right there and just hit a foul ball. That's what makes him dangerous.
It's fascinating. I've heard hitters talk about even fouling balls off is a skill. And you can get a piece of it there. He's down on strikes, but it's a skill just to fight them off, just to see another one.
Well, Arias is great at that. Soto, Raleigh, Judge, all the great ones have that knack. That was a good changeup right there by Wise. Had some tilt and break, and he tunneled that off that fastball down and away. Kind of just same pitch, just that one drops.
Manny Machado swing and a miss, 0-1. He had the first 4 walks in that second inning. Top of the zone now, 0-2. 7 times an All-Star, Manny Machado, playing in this building, essentially his backyard. Still 0-2.
Saw Manny earlier today taking ground balls with Junior Caminero. A little bit of everything. Obviously a veteran presence.
He's wearing the C on his chest for this World Baseball Classic. It's his 3rd. Ball and 2 strikes from Weiss. And Machado laid off. They'll check he did.
Gabe Morales at first base today.
He's a major league umpire. Michael Yola from Spain is at second base. Sergei Makochuchev from France is at third. And Quinn Wolcott, big league umpire, crew chief behind home plate.
This is what the Dominican team does, huh? A lot of 3-2 counts, grinding you away.
And Caminero looming on deck. 3-2. Off the plate. Great at bat there for Manny Machado.
You know, I know we're in the World Baseball Classic, but you look at spring training numbers, and the one key everybody looks at is the walks and the strikeouts. If you're having more walks than strikeouts, everything else will get taken care of. I know it's Arizona, and it's from Florida. The ball flies, the wind's blowing out, so you may get rewarded for a lot of different things, but the walks and the strikeouts, those are the ones that only go up. Those are very important in spring training. You know, I would talk to Albert about it during spring training, the Joey Vottos of the world, and they say, if I can just have more walks than strikeouts, I don't care if I'm hitting 150. And it worked out for them.
1-0 to Caminero. Fouls that one back, and there's been a lot of walks in just a couple of days here. Caminero's connected on home runs in each of his first 2 games of the World Baseball Classic. Only player with a homer in 3 was Adrian Beltre, who we've seen around the club. 29 runs, 23 hits, and 23 walks so far for the Dominican. 1-2. 1-2.
A little slip and slide there on that swing. I think he wanted to make it 3.
I love when the players listen to the broadcast.
Man. That's what Albert was talking about too. When this young man, gets better at controlling his body with his swing, he's going to be more consistent. He's going to barrel more balls, but it's there.
Really starting to unlock that potential at a breakout year with the Rays. 45 home runs last season. Just 22 years old.
I know they played at the Tampa Bay Steinbrenner Field, but he's made it known. Wait till I go to my home ballpark. It's going to be the same.
This one a ground ball towards short. That's 1. And that's 2. Bottom 3 there, but the connection that Pedro has with so many Dominican pitchers. And just think to the starter in a couple of days for the Dominican Republic. He's a starter with the Marlins, but when he won the Cy Young, Sandy Alcantara, it's almost like he waited to really get into Pedro's ear until that Cy Young came around. But he's another electric arm, and they all look up to Pedro.
I'll tell you this, you don't realize the icon next to him when you're walking around pitchers or pitchers that are pitching in the big leagues, because we've been around him with a lot of big games and pitchers, and they want to come to the desk and just say hello, greet him, take a picture, talk a little pitching, any nugget. And Pedro's always game for any nuggets you want to talk about when it comes to pitching.
See how he's changed up the pitch usage to lefties and righties. And went around Levinson down on strikes.
And that 1999-2000 peak, about in 1999, 23-4 with a 2 ERA, and in 2000 he had a 1.74 ERA. I mean, you talk about some of the greatest hitters during that time. Pedro, not a guy that was sitting to you like he pitched with that frame.
Yeah, his heart and stuff were much bigger than his actual frame.
Man.
Here's Matt Mervis.
I remember talking to Mikey Lowe about Pedro Martinez. I said, what made him so good? I mean, was it the stuff? He goes, no. It was the fact that he was 5'11", and he pitched like he was 6'4", 250 pounds. And he wasn't scared.
Right.
And you talk to Pedro about it. He's, well, I'll throw inside, but I don't mind moving your feet or maybe knocking you down. It's okay. Then my other stuff's going to open up.
Right. That corner, that's mine. That belongs to me.
For all the Dominican pitchers in the big leagues, they call him Tío Pedro, Uncle Pedro, because he's just like one of those guys you can talk to and I need some help, and he'll never turn you down.
Ball and 2 strikes to Mervis, 27-year-old in his second World Baseball Classic. Swings over the top of the breaking ball.
That was nasty right there. That changeup was really good. We talked about it in the cast, how he was going to use that changeup. You know about the sinker, he's thrown it a lot more today. The sweepers there to the righties, the cutter for the lefties. But that fastball, that sinker changeup he's had today has really been very effective so far. There we see that changeup right there. I mean, that's just slider change, nasty.
Colby Halter takes ball 1. 24 years old in the A's system. AAA. WBC debut. And these his first plate appearances in this ball game today. Bayo with 3 consecutive strikeouts and with 2 outs in the 3rd inning, keeping that pitch count in a pretty good spot. Under 30 at this point. His first round pitch limitations are 65 or more, only if you need to finish a plate appearance. But in a really good spot right now. Down the left field line and twisting into the seats. Foul. The 17th round pick of the A's in 2023. 3rd baseman for Brad Ausmus this afternoon. And for Team Israel, a tough turnaround too last night. Yes, they picked up the win. That's great. So I'm sure they slept well. But a quick turnaround for the noon start. Brad Ausmus and company.
They had what they call a show and go. Batting cages, get your ground balls in, and let's go play 9.
Not the big hour-long batting practice routine that you see before most games. Got him. Strikes out the side. 4 in a row.